Yeah, I get it. I get it. When people, I was chopping cookies with a knife like this once, and this woman was like, "Hey, can I give you not that knife to do that?" And I was like, "Well, fuck you." But the older I get, the more I can say, and I see the Japanese writing on this, and I'm reminded of the Japanese heritage of this true Japanese steel. This is Japanese steel. This steel, not the cheapest steel from Chinese. The Chinese steel, no. This is the Japanese. This is steel will cut your heart. It will cut your brains. It will cut your brain in half. Japanese steel. I'm remembering, even if the Japanese steel is poking out as a trap, it keeps you sharp. I should actually put this like this, just to remind everyone, in this house, we respect the Japanese. I'm a dragon. Fucking bitch telling me to not cut a cookie with a... That's the whole joke. The whole joke is that I don't need it. As if I'm not gonna realize that I'm so dumb and just gonna fucking... That I just don't realize it's Japanese. I don't realize. What do you do when you're being haunted by symbolism that's fucking up your chi, and it's beneath your dignity? For all those real players who have problems and no one talks about, been winning battles that ain't no one ever heard, ain't no one ever seen them kind of problems. Can I get a amen for all the people out there? Okay, this is not a black thing. Okay. Whew. This is a forgetfulness thing. I forgot what I'm talking about. But gang stalking is worse than racism, because at least with racism you have other black people and you can't fake that. But there are people who have realized what gang stalking is, and we're out here saying it, and we wish that we could reach the people who don't know what it is, who are being targeted. But how do you reach them? I feel like we're just a welcome home party for when they see us. Anyway, I don't know if I have anxiety right now. Like, I keep going, I don't know what that's about. I'm going to try to be really still and figure myself out. Do we have a problem with myself? Well, it's boring to stand. I don't just want to stand here. Like, why would I be standing? I would rather be... well, that actually is what's happening here. I would actually be playing video games right now. So I should probably bring you along, because you're my, this is the simulation fucking lifestyle, huh? Okay, Alexa, light off. Alexa, second light off. This is actually exciting. I'm glad we figured this out. Now, do I need to smoke more weed? This feels very professional. Like you have the real experience of being in the safe haven of an enlightened person. This is going to go beyond being in TI. Okay, so just because I called myself an enlightened person there's gonna be people just waiting for me to make a mistake, and for me to lose my cool. So I'm gonna be trying really hard to make sure I don't get caught up in any bullshit here. How do you not get caught up in any bullshit? Well, if you're going too far forward, you just step back. If you go to the left a little bit, too much, step a little bit to the right. Anyways, it's not a joke. And we're waiting for the Xbox to load, so you're just gonna see how much of it's not a joke. I could do this all day. And maybe it's too hot in here, you know. Maybe it's a fucking joke in here. Oh my god, and the window is already open? Oh yeah, it's a joke in here. So I was remembering my old roommate who was a retarded newfie faggot, and I loved him. Oh man, I loved him. And the fact that he married a fat woman is probably a gang stalker. Arrest him. Yeah. I love it. I can't get enough. And we were friends, you know. He came over, he visited, everyone loved him. We had a saying about him. He's like Perrier. It's just bubbly, it's fresh, it's just, he's a model, good looking, you know. He had a weird blemished dick though. But I loved him. And he's a gang stalker. What do I say about that? I don't want to torture him, put his head in a paint shaker, watch him get exploded. I don't want it. That seems comically funny to me as it's unrealistic. You know, I don't feel visceral hatred towards him, nor do I feel visceral hatred towards anyone. You know, I don't have fantasies of putting people's heads in paint shakers, and that's one of the things that someone who has fantasies of those things would say. They'd say, oh, I don't have fantasies of that. Especially after they just got high and talked about it. But in my case, it's really true, and I don't know how you're going to believe me or not. You're going to have to use your own discernment about that. I don't think prisons should exist as they are. A torture facility, the Seacott prison, this is horrifying. This is not good for anything. This is not good for deterring crime. This is not scientific. This is pornographic. This is absurd. This is heinous. This should not be allowed. This is illegal. This is criminal. They shouldn't be allowed to do this. Torturing people. It should not be allowed. Just pretend that there's that the cops are the good guys and the criminals are the bad guys. Then you're no different than the bad guys that you're torturing. The bad guys. Shouldn't you be setting an example? And that's just pretending like the bad guys aren't the cops, that they're not a criminal syndicate. No, torture is a sexual fetish. It's not good enough for humanity. And humanity says that. Humanity says, we don't allow this. This is not allowed anywhere. And if you have evidence of this anywhere on Earth, humanity will help you. And the only chance that people have who try to keep torture going, their only move is to try to hide it and to use bad bullying techniques like the bad guys in the video games. You know, something like that. I don't fucking know. You know, losing my morale here. I'm hoping something better comes up, because I don't want to just be some kind of pawn. You know, I'm a king. I'm supposed to be a valuable guy here, and I need a cause. But nothing's really concerning me at this moment more than a smoke. And I feel like I should shut up, like no one wants to hear me talk anymore. But could you imagine then, if you're so abused that you'd accept a gang stalker as a husband or a wife, just as long as they don't treat you as bad as the rest of them do. Like, just imagine like a Nazi who falls in love with a Jew, like in the movies, like supposing it's all real. And I don't know if I'm not saying it's not real, I just have no idea anymore. And about anything, all of history, and anything I learned in school. Why would I trust anything that the government told me? When it becomes literal, because it's a viral meme or something. Why would I trust? When it becomes literally true, you're like just playing video games. You're like, oh yeah, that's true for me too. No one could talk about that. Except for us, we could talk about it. Yeah, forget about that. You don't take that for granted, or do you? Maybe. I'm trying to figure. I'm not really trying to figure anything out. That makes it sound like a math equation. Like I'm down here with a magnifying glass. I'm not trying to figure anything out. I might be really scared of that, actually. School may have really made me scared of learning, actually. Have you ever wondered if that it makes you scared of learning? I had a friend, and he was a